It's that time again. Our fridge is getting bare. We need some produce. I'm getting into a little bit of a dinner rut. And I like to use the Walmart app. I find it's easy, it's convenient. I like their store brand. There's things that I buy there all the time. And it's also really nice if you need those household items too. So I was adding some things to my cart and kind of, you know, seeing what we buy on a pretty regular basis and seeing if there was anything to kind of, you know, make something different for dinner. And I'm adding a few things. The next thing I know, it's like $100 and I'm looking and there's like how many items in my cart? And I just said, you know what, let's take a look and see what's on sale this week. And I was pretty happy with some of the sales that I was seeing. So I thought I'd share, you know, doing a sales shop, taking some of the sale items, you know, coming up with some different ideas. Is there anything that I could buy that's on sale to put in the freezer to use at another date and help to stretch those dollars, go a little bit further when it comes to feeding my family. I use the Flip app. It's really easy, it's convenient, you can get all of the stores, and I'm pretty much looking at like that front page to see like what is the big sale for the week. And we still get a few grocery store flyers, not too many. We only get 3 of them now. So I know it's different where everybody lives with what stores and everything that you have, but what I want to look at is always the first page. I always feel like that's where you're going to get your best deals. So beans, $1 a can. I know that that's better than the store brand that I get at Walmart. $2.96 a pound for a lean ground beef and pork blend. That's something a little bit different. I have bought it before. I do try to buy a higher quality ground beef, and when I got it last time, I feel like I'm flying through it, and I've been wanting to make spaghetti sauce, so it might not hurt to pick one of these up to make a nice big pot of spaghetti sauce. I know grapes for $1.88 is a great price. Potato chips, $1 a bag. My husband was asking for some last night, so it might not hurt to pick a couple of these up. I just find chips and like those snacky convenience items are just getting more and more expensive. And one of the things I'm always trying to focus on is purchasing like the produce sales, the meat sales, and then what can I make from scratch? And then where can I get these items for the best price? Open it up, $1.42 for 2 pounds of carrots, onions, and that is a 5-pound bag of potatoes for $1.42. That's a pretty good price. Some other items here, nothing's really jumping out at me. And then when you get to the middle of the flyer, you know, it's usually just this week only. Sometimes they have lockdown prices, but I find these are pretty much the prices that I would normally spend or get it at Walmart for a good price. And then the last page too, sometimes there's good sales, but I always feel like the best price is always on the front. So here we are with Walmart. $3.97 for a 5-pound bag of potatoes. I can get a 5-pound bag of potatoes at the other store for $1.47. Mushrooms, $1.97. I saw that they were on at No Frills for $1.25. Grapes, $2.97 a pound. I can get them for $1.88. So I think that's one of the things is like whenever you're going to be going shopping, is it worth to go to one store to get the sales and then maybe you pay a little bit more for some of the other things that you're going to buy? You kind of have to figure out what works for you. Cereal, 3 for $10. I prefer to get it at Costco. I think I get more for our $1 there. Same with this here. It's just a few little sale items. Nothing really jumping out at me. I do know that we need produce, and if I can get a good price on meat, I usually look for that. And then the same, you know, you look on the back of the page. So I'm seeing here Jane's chicken nuggets and chicken strips. That's a savings of $4.59 on for $5.38. That's a really great price. But I don't need any because I bought some whenever the Super Bowl was going on and all of the sales were on that week for all of those convenience items. I picked some up and I haven't used them, so I'm not going to pick any more up. Same with like, they have a lot of multi-buys. I don't like those because I don't want to have to buy 3 of something to get the price. I'd rather get it for a certain price, so I usually try not to buy those. And then the last store is independent. I don't shop there because I find it is pricey, but they do have some good sales. Strawberries, $2 for 1 pound. And then the Loblaws brand stores, they always have a hit of the month. So every month they have something different. So for March, you can get 8 cookies for $1. Is it a great deal? No, but sometimes it's nice to have something like that instead of buying the whole package. It's one of those things where having things in moderation. Kids are going to be on spring break, so there's the craft cups to do in the microwave or whatever. Fruit snacks, popcorn, that's actually a good price, $2.50 for popcorn. That might not be bad to pick up. And then the gnocchi, $4. They do have, you can buy a limit of them, and then after that it's a little bit more, but I still think it's good to look at those things. I know a couple of months ago, I think in January, they had Parmesan Reggiano cheese on for $4. I picked up quite a few, and I still have 2 of them in my fridge. So I'm always looking to see like what is on sale that we'll eat right away, but is there anything else that we could store in our pantry or freezer? So nothing really jumps out at me here. Like I said, everything is usually on the front page that kind of catches your interest. So strawberries, but definitely food basics, and I think No Frills is the 2 stores that I want to take advantage of their sales this week. Here is my list. I did put flaxseed up on top, and then the popcorn that was on sale. No Frills, food basics. I might go and get the strawberries, but I'm not too sure about it. But I'm going to try and stick to my list and get in and out of the store as quick as possible. So the first store that I went to was No Frills. I spent $39.20. I did pick up a couple of things that weren't on my list that were on sale, and I didn't even notice if they were in the flyer or not. Then I went to Food Basics. I spent $50.87, and I had a savings of $58.76. I love when the store tells you how much you saved. I was thinking about going to the other store. I kept room, but I decided not to. So this is everything that I got for $90.07, and my counter is completely full. I think this was kind of eye-opening when I put it all out, and when I see what $90, I got meat, I got fruit, I got vegetables, I got convenience food, and I got some staples to go in my pantry. All of this for $90, I think, was worth my time to go into 2 separate stores instead of just doing a pickup order. So let's get started, and we'll start off with the bad stuff over to the left. I will also share with you where I store everything once we get through the grocery haul. I got 3 bags of the Smart Food popcorn at No Frills. At Walmart, it was $4.27 a bag, or 3 for $11. So I got 3 bags for $7.50. Much better price, and that's on sale all month at the Loblaws brand stores. I also got 2 things of the Oreos. I decided to get it. We're a family of 3. Once they're open, then they're gone. I don't have to worry about a big bag of cookies or anything. It's about enjoying something in moderation and having a little treat. I don't buy Oreos very often. And then the chips, these were $1 a bag at No Frills. Just the store brand, a couple of different flavors. They had honey and jalapeno, and then a maple bacon, and I just thought these for $1 a bag, like Friday night chip and pop night, you'd open up the bag for the 3 of us, everybody gets a bowl, they're gone. But the popcorn, that's something that would last a little bit longer. So I decided to get 4 bags because, we want to have something, or even if it's lunch, you make a sandwich, you have some fruit, put some chips on the side. I just feel like it was worth because of the sale price. This wasn't on my meal plan. Some flaxseed meal. I was looking for flaxseed, but I got this at Food Basics. It was $6 because I'm going to be doing some baking with carrots and zucchini, and the recipe called for that. 2 English cucumbers, I think they were 88 cents. I paid $1.25 for the mushrooms. They were $2 at Walmart. Same with the grapes. I paid $1.88 a pound. I got these 2 bags for less than $10. That's a great price. The red and the green. They looked really good. And same with the beans, $1 a can. That's cheaper than the store brand. I only picked up 4. I picked up chickpeas, some kidney beans, and I picked up 2 things of black beans because I could even make black bean burgers with this, or throw it in some rice and make like a Mexican rice. A little bit more protein, and it's just something different. I don't normally do that. And for $1 a can, I thought it was a good deal. The limit was 12, but I just picked up what I felt like I would use and how much I had room for. So $1 a can, that's a pretty good price. The chickpeas, and then in the summertime, I'll be making more pastas, so that will be something to think about too. Same with the onions. I got 2 bags. I got 1 bag was a little bit smaller, 1 bag was a little bit bigger. I only got 1 bag of carrots, and I wish I would have gotten 2 more. Gotten 2 instead of 1 because we're just going to go through the carrots so quickly because you can do so much with them. Same with the potatoes. I ended up getting 2 bags for £5. It was cheaper than getting, 1 bag at Walmart. So I know that I can do a lot of recipes with these, and they were a nice size, so these would also be great for mashing. I have some smaller ones I got on sale a couple of weeks ago that I like to dice up and put in the air fryer, so that way I can save that for the quick easy dinners, and then these ones I can use whenever I want to peel and make mashed. Now for meats, I got some processed. I definitely got bacon because it was $4 a package, and I picked up 2 of them because it was a really great price, and this was a really good deal. These were $6.99. They were $6 off. I know that because I bought them before when they were on sale. The schnitzel, chicken cutlet, and the pork, there's 4 in here, and I put them in the air fryer on those nights where I want something quick and easy, or on the night I'm making something and our son doesn't like it. I can just throw that in the air fryer, or on a night you don't feel like cooking, you can just pair it with some nice fresh produce, some potatoes, quick easy dinner, and I was happy that I was able to pick these up, so that will go in my part of the freezer where it's more for those convenience meals. And I decided to get 2 of these because these were $10 a tray, so it's just a little over 3 pounds. Everybody was buying them, and I decided to pick them up because when I looked at the full tray of ground beef and ground pork, they were anywhere from $22 to $30 a tray, and I got these for less than $10 a tray. So I'm going to pick them up and probably just break them down into 2, into 1.5 pounds each, but I'm definitely going to be using this to make my spaghetti sauce. There it is, $90. I'm going to need a few more things for the week, like milk and orange juice and some other things, but for $90, I'm very happy with everything that I got, and I definitely feel it was worth my little bit of time to go into the 2 stores to take advantage of these sales. Let's start to put everything away. We'll grab the couple of bags of schnitzel here and pull out the freezer. They're going to go to the left. So this is where I kind of keep those convenience items. I try not to have too many, but I do want, if you have a big bag of meatballs from Costco, some French fries, and then the Jane's chicken that I got the week of Super Bowl when all the sales were on. Throw in the schnitzel, and then on this side, I kind of keep fruits and vegetables, anything that I have that I think is going to, not be used. I freeze it, so I cut up peppers that I got and didn't end up using them, and I didn't want them to go to waste. A couple of bags of frozen vegetables last week, a little bit of baked goods. Then I just keep this outside the door in the garage, the potatoes and the onions. I got potatoes a couple of weeks ago when they were on for less than $1 a bag. These are the ones that I just wash and cut up, throw in the air fryer, quick and easy. And then I have these ones to use for whenever I want mashed potatoes. And then in the fridge, in the drawer, I get my eggs at Costco. I wasn't going to get any bacon because I did buy some and I didn't end up using it. I paid over $5. And these ones I got for $4. So it's definitely making me think that I should start picking up a few extra things whenever they are on sale and start paying attention to the sales again. So produce, last week I had some leftover oranges and red onions. We were kind of getting bored of the oranges. I still have some zucchini to do some baking, a couple of odds and ends. I will end up using them this week whenever I go to make some more meals, and then we just put everything away. So I keep my carrots and my celery in here, a few little potatoes. I also have some green onions I should slice up before they go to waste. And then I keep my cheese in the other drawer. I keep the cucumbers at eye level because you can forget about them and they don't really fit in the drawer. And that's the thing, if it's anything that you don't normally buy, keep it somewhere where you can see it. Then up here is where I keep cream cheese and certain items that I get at Costco, and maybe some other sale items that I pick up. I like everything to be visual, and I only put certain things in drawers. So the meat I'm going to keep here, but I will break it down and freeze it. And I will also be cleaning the grapes. So I'm just going to put them there until I get my fridge rearranged to have everything fit in properly. I have all the mushrooms in here. I have my eggs. I have yogurt. And there's some things I buy on sale. There's some things I buy at Costco. And there's some things that are just staples that I get for the Walmart pickup order. All of the fresh items are put away. So let's focus a little bit on the pantry. So 4 cans of beans, I have the room for them. I try not to have too many canned products because I find it's something I don't use a lot of as much as I used to. So I have everything down on the bottom. So I put the beans in there. I have some tomato products, some cranberries, some Rotel, some other odds and ends, and then I just move up. Needs to be organized a little bit better, but my breaking ingredients, I just put the flaxseed in there. And then in my Costco video, you'll see more of these items here, but this is kind of like the extra storage things I get at Costco. Costco, the Rayo's marinara. It's a really quality sauce that I like to spend a little bit more. Hunter's seeing what's in here. The broth, I buy it when it's on sale. We're getting low on coffee. Pasta, I try and buy it when it's on sale too. I have stovetop. I paid $1 a box for after Christmas. And then I have some snack items in here, and I decided to kind of put my convenience items in here to help whenever, I'm just having problems with dinner or I can't make something from scratch that I want to. There's a time and a place for these items. So let's take a little peek at what's in here, and then I'm going to put a couple of more things in this bin. I'm actually going to put the Oreos in here, so out of sight, out of mind, we'll forget all about them, and then when I pull them out, it'll be a nice surprise. I just brought out some tomatoes too because I'm going to be making spaghetti sauce, and then I have tortillas, like one of these sidekicks. I don't do these very often, but when a night I don't feel like dealing with potatoes, I can make them. A couple of boxes of the PC white cheddar macaroni and cheese. It's the best there is. Shake and bake for whenever I don't feel like making my own crust. And this was something my mom would use, just a jar of pineapple. She'd put it over chicken and then make rice to go with it. So that will all go in the pantry. And then up here is like kind of what's become a little bit of a snack bin. So there's some crackers in here, some protein chips, there's a bag of mints. I don't really have anywhere for these to go, and I just kind of like them up there. So crackers is something we used to eat a lot of, and we don't eat as much of it anymore. So I think we have a couple of them in here. I just took them out of the boxes and put them in here. So if it's going to be lunch and making sandwiches, we can have some fruit and veggies. Then I can pull out some protein chips or crackers to go along with it. I don't use these items a lot, but I do like to have them. Even the protein chips, I don't know if I'm going to be buying these a lot more in the future, but every now and again when I'm having something for lunch and I don't have a lot of protein, it doesn't hurt to throw one of these in. So then we're going to deal with all of the chips and popcorn that I bought. We are out in the garage right now, so that video will be linked down below. I give you the whole view of how I do an organized Costco haul, what I like to buy there, what I feel is better to purchase on sale, like Powerade or Gatorade. I find it's always cheaper to get it on sale and stock up on it, especially in the summertime. Hand soap, cleaning products. I like to get my paper products at Costco. I feel like it's the best price. Extra dishwasher, tabs, the Ziploc and all of that. And then toilet paper, paper towel. I just find the quality and the quantity that you get, you can't beat the price at Costco. Same with my tomato products. So I was moving some things around. I had this box and I'm like, you know what? This will be the perfect place to kind of keep some of these snack items, because that way they're out of, the main living area, so they're all in the box. So next time my husband says, is there any snacks or anything, I'll say go out here. So the chips will get eaten kind of in one sitting, but then the smart food, as we open it up and there's some left, that would go into the container on top of the fridge. So everything is put away now. I cut up the cucumbers and some of the carrots, and the grapes are all washed, and then they have the oranges from last week. Now, when I was at Giant Tiger, I saw that they had some of this dip on for a cheaper price, so I decided to pick it up. This wasn't worth going a little bit cheaper on. It wasn't really great quality. I'd rather spend a little bit more and get the higher quality dip. So that's what I said. Sometimes you can save money and sometimes you want to spend a little bit more to get the higher quality. So we have some oranges left. We were getting kind of bored with them. And then with the carrots, we always have to have carrots in the house, because not only are they great for snacking or to have for dinner, they're also really great for the boys. So anyways, that is the produce. We'll work on the grapes and oranges, and as that goes down, I can decide if I want to go out and get more strawberries or just wait until the next sale starts. So we'll all see how it works. So we had a little bit of a change in our plans. Our new dishwasher came. We got it delivered. My husband had the other one pulled out. We're very happy with it. So I need a quick and easy dinner. So I am really glad that I picked up the schnitzel. So I'm going to use some processed foods along with some fresh produce and get dinner on the table. And I looked up a recipe for mushroom gravy. I didn't feel like making it, so I was very happy to have a packet of gravy up with my spices, but I think I should add it to that little bin. So I took 3 of them out. I'm going to do them in the oven. So there's 1 left. I'll put it in the freezer, so on a night when we're having something for dinner that our son doesn't like, I can make this for him. So I'm going to put these in the oven, and I'm going to do some potatoes for our son in the air fryer. He doesn't like mashed potatoes. More carrots for the boys, because we're just going to have carrots mashed potatoes, and I'm gonna add a little bit more to the gravy mix. So I just sliced up some of the mushrooms that I got. I'm gonna saute them with a little bit of olive oil, add some pepper, and then I'm gonna add water in here, and then the gravy packet, and I'm just gonna make some gravy to go on top of the schnitzel and then on the mashed potatoes too. This is something I used to do quite often, and for a while we were getting HelloFresh, and this was some of my favorite meals, was just like meat, potatoes, a vegetable, and then just making a quick, easy gravy. So I really should figure out how to do like a quick, easy gravy from scratch instead of using the packets, but there is nice to have a packet. This is what the finished product was. Our son had diced potatoes and no gravy. My husband said, we go to a schnitzel place, and he said this looks exactly like what you would get there, and it was so quick and easy, and I try and make my own breaded stuff and it never turns out as good. So I was thankful that I picked up these schnitzel to get dinner on the table. The next day I broke down the ground meat. I put it in 1.5 pounds. I used a silver Sharpie. It wasn't great to see, but I know exactly what it is and it's not going to rub off. So I added it to my freezer inventory. I got beef when it was on sale. I got pork, and then I bought the higher quality ground beef that I wanted, and then I just put the beef pork combo. And I think I'm going to make meatloaf, meatballs, and burgers and give this a try to see if it's worth purchasing. So I have the 1.5 pounds here with some onion and garlic, and I'm just going to see how much fat comes off of it. And then I also added a little bit of the Italian seasoning before I add in more spices with the spaghetti sauce. So then I'm pulling from my pantry and other items that I had before. The crushed tomatoes I got on sale, and then all the other tomato products are Costco. Sometimes it's just more convenient to pick those cases up, especially in the colder months. You use them more. I'm going to finish the mushrooms off from dinner the night before and add another whole package. I have celery from Costco. And then these green peppers, I'll link the video down below. I just chopped them up one night when I was making dinner. So there's 3 peppers in total here. So I'm going to add all of to the ground beef. So here it is in here. I just put the frozen peppers in. I'm actually not too much fat off the meat. I'm happy with it. There's a little bit, but I feel like for the price, it was worth picking up and then saving a little bit more of the higher quality meat for those, dinners where I want something a little bit higher end. And then I can buy these more inexpensive meats to kind of stretch everything. So it's kind of about the balance. So here is the spaghetti sauce with everything put in. I'm going to add a little bit of Parmesan cheese to it. It's going to simmer, and I'm going to have enough for dinner, and I'm going to have leftovers, and then I'm also going to have a lot to put in the freezer. So this was about $5 worth of meat, and I'm going to make it stretch out using fresh produce, some frozen produce, and then also some pantry staples. Here we are at the end of the night. I have lunch for my husband, some dinner, 2 large containers I'm going to freeze, 2 smaller containers I'm going to freeze for nights when we're having something our son doesn't like. I can pull it out and make a quick, easy dinner for him. So I hope that you enjoyed this little bit of a variety video. If you want to see more of these, comment, like, subscribe. But I really think it's a great way to show you how I use sale items, fresh items, and sometimes a little bit higher end items to have a balance in my kitchen. And I definitely need to update this. So I'm thinking about maybe doing a Freezer Friday once or twice a month if you want to see them. Originally, this was just going to be a grocery haul video, and I wanted to talk to you about, sale shopping again. It's something I did quite often, but it was a lot more pantry items, stocking up on canned goods, and crackers, and snacks, and all of that. Now I'm trying to focus on fresh and pick up other things that to have for convenience or just to save a little bit of money. But I think once I got the $90 worth of groceries that I got on sale, I only bought one thing that wasn't on sale, the flaxseed. And when I got it all out, I saw the meat, I saw the fruit, I saw the vegetables, I saw a couple of pantry items, and then I saw like the convenience and junk food. I thought I got a lot for $90. And I still had to get my pickup order from Walmart. I got my milk and my orange juice, and I needed some household items and all of that. But I know that those are what I get there. And if I would have got like just the things that I needed for the week, it would have been so much more than what I spent on getting the sale items, and I'm very happy with it. And I just wanted to share with you how I took the food organization that I did in January and just make it all work. It might seem like this is taking a lot of time, but really it isn't. I got my groceries home, I put everything away. It takes longer when I'm filming and sharing it with all of you, but I really find when I'm organized and I know what I have, it just works so much better. And you know, our dishwasher ended up coming. It was kind of last minute. You know, we got a certain time of when it was going to be delivered. I'm like, oh no, I was going to make spaghetti. And then I'm like, well, I'm not getting into a mess. Steve had pulled out the dishwasher. It was in the middle of the kitchen because they lifted it out and took it. We didn't want to do all that heavy lifting. So by the time they delivered it, my husband got it set up. I had an hour to figure out what was for dinner. And I pulled that schnitzel out. It was so quick and easy, but it was also really good. And when I try making my own breaded stuff, it never turns out. And just for my husband, like we were watching TV and he goes, that was a really good dinner. And I'm like, really? He goes, yeah, it was just so good. And it wasn't something that I make very often, but then I saw that schnitzel on sale and I was really glad to have it. And I used fresh carrots, fresh potatoes. I pulled a gravy packet, and I should pick up a couple of gravy packets just to put in that little bin there because I keep it up with my spices. And sometimes I never know what I have, so it might be nice to have just like one packet of gravy in there, or like a fajita seasoning. I have my own recipe, but sometimes you just can't. You're tired, you just don't feel like taking the time, and it's nice to have those little things. But I think it's always about trying to find the balance. So I made the schnitzel and then I made the spaghetti sauce. Now, I had been really disappointed with the ground beef that I was getting in the grocery store. I decided to buy something that was a little bit higher quality with, you know, being grass-fed, and very happy with it. But whenever I spent like $100 and only got so much ground beef, I was like, oh, this is going down very quickly. So I decided to try the beef and pork mixture. I was only gonna get one tray and make it with spaghetti sauce, but everybody was buying like 2 trays of it. And then when I saw how much like it actually was, like just to buy beef or pork in the grocery store, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna pick it up and give it a try. I was happy with it for the spaghetti sauce, and I think it's about that balance of trying to have some higher quality, a little bit of variety. Like I like the Rayo's marinara. Whenever I do quick, easy things, I use it for pizza sauce. I like the quality in the ingredients. I'll pay a little bit more for it, but at least I can save a little bit of money and make everything stretch out. I did want to make a potato chowder soup, but everything changed when we got our delivery time. And I think I'll link some videos down below, some ground beef recipes. There's a homemade Hamburger Helper one, a Hamburger Soup. So if ground beef is on sale where you live, you can look those up. And I'd like to do this in the future, but I'd rather focus a little bit more on certain ingredients. So like, what all can you do with potatoes? So if you have an abundance of potatoes or it goes on sale, like I'd rather have certain videos that you can kind of look at. So if something's on sale and I say, oh, this is what I make with it. So comment down below, give me your feedback on what you would like to see, how would you like to see it. And I'm also thinking about doing a freezer Friday, maybe once or twice a month. Sometimes it would be filling the freezer, maybe it would be a week of how I use my freezer, filling it and taking from it. So comment down below, give me any tips, because I really want to make videos that you all like to see. And I know food is always a big content that you guys like, and you know, with the world that we're living in, we need to do the best that we can with our money to make it count. And if the stores are gonna have sales, let's take advantage of it. And if you want to support local businesses and spend a little bit more money there, that's the right thing to do, because once the farmers markets and everything start up, I'm going to be spending a lot more money for fresh local ingredients, but I'm also going to try and save as much as I can too for pasta or different types of meat whenever they are on sale. And I'm just trying to find the balance in it. You got to put a little bit of effort into it, but I promise it's going to save you a lot of time and money. So like, comment, subscribe, let me know what you want to see. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I look forward to sharing more of this type of content with all of you here on A Peek Inside.